Welcome back to Yacht Addiction. The yacht in front of us is a Princess S78. The Princess S line combines the features of a sport yacht with the benefits of a Flybridge yacht, so you still have a very sporty look while you still have a little Flybridge up top. This is going to be a first look walkthrough. We're going to explore this yacht together. So the first thing you'll see, you have a tender garage, and then this gives you access to also store a jet ski on the hydraulic swim platform. And then this door, I would imagine, leads to the crew area, but we'll go through that later on in the tour. I really like how they only have one set of stairs in the middle. One, it's unique, but it also gives you space for these sun pads on either side. This cockpit feels massive. You have a huge U-shaped seating area. And you can throw some extra chairs out here so everyone can dine at this table. There's more seating over here. Then I think you have side access doors on either side, as well as a docking station. I also believe you have a sunshade in the ceiling, which will extend out over this area. So like I said, this is going to be a first look walkthrough. I threw my bag in there, but I've only spent about a minute on board. So let's explore this yacht together. First thing you'll see, it's a galley aft layout. And this window will flip up so you can open up this space and use that as a bar area. It looks like you have Miele appliances and a dishwasher, as well as a wine fridge, and then your regular refrigerator and freezer. So you have a couple different wood options. I believe this is satin walnut, but you can also get a high gloss finish. And there is a vent over the range, so that's always a nice touch. Of course, you have your double sink. And then opposite of the galley, you have this glass table in the dining area. Let me know what you think of the glass table. I think it works really well on this yacht, but of course, if you prefer something else, you can swap that out. So this is the main living area. Obviously, you have this TV that rises up from the port side and a little settee over here. And then your main sofa is opposite of that. One thing I'm noticing on all these brand new Princess yachts, you have large windows that give you plenty of natural light. It just gives this a very open feeling area. And it also looks like there's a glass partition system, so I think you can slide these across, sort of semi-enclosing the galley area off. So if we move forward, we'll go right to the helm. You have twin Garmin screens and a compass. I believe this is a panel to monitor some of the ship's systems and the engines. But then this will be your bow and stern thruster control. Controls for the Seakeeper, that's a stabilization system. Your autopilot control. And then of course you have your throttle control and your trim tab control. There's your VHF radio and the Princess steering wheel. There's also a side access door that's always great to see. You also have a little seating area opposite of the helm. Then I see above us, there is this panel. I'm not sure if this whole area retracts. I think it does. The way there's a gap here, that would lead me to believe this completely opens up. And then you have the Flybridge farther back. So there are two different staircases. I'm gonna assume this is the master. So we'll go to the guest cabins first. And here is your electrical panel. So I know this yacht sleeps 8. So I think the VIP cabin is forward. Here's the ensuite. And then your closet's over here. Here is the second cabin. Now this is a trend I'm noticing on these Princess yachts in this size range. The second cabin is sharing the day head more and more. So I believe if we look behind this door, this will lead us into the day head, but it also serves as the ensuite. I think it makes sense on boats this size. Instead of having the day head be the smallest possible head, this actually gives the day head a little bit more space. And the way the doors are designed, they're sort of back to back, so you never really notice that one is the day head versus the ensuite. Then I'm going to assume the third cabin that has 2 single beds, this will probably have an ensuite, yep, right here. Interesting design choice from Princess. I normally point this out, but I love all the high-end materials that Princess includes in all the cabins. You don't just see it in the master cabin or the main spaces. You have high quality finishes all throughout this boat. And here is a port for a central vacuum system. Now let's go check out the master. Which is right here. Full beam of the boat and a king bed. You have this lovely settee over here, and you have some really nice cross stitching. You have a desk and dressing table over here. And then you have your closet system. So you have closets in here and behind here. And here is the ensuite. You have double sinks, a heated towel rack, and a rainfall shower. I always think it's smart to have the ensuite behind the bed on boats of this size because the engines are right behind this wall. So it reduces some of that engine or generator noise at night by having that little bit of separation. And of course you have a TV up on the wall. And then this is probably storage and possibly the laundry. And it looks like you have separate washer and dryer. What's in here? I just have to check. Just some more storage. Here's another vacuum port. So we've seen all the interior spaces. Now we get to go outside. And I think we'll start up on the bow. I'm at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. So every direction you look, there are boats and yachts for miles and miles. Including the X95, which you may or may not have already seen. If you haven't, make sure you check that video out. That yacht is insane. But back to the yacht at hand. You have a large sun pad up here. I think everyone could lay out here. It's always nice when there's enough space for everybody. You have some speakers and then a little U-shaped seating area with a small table. So like I said, on the S versions of Princess Yachts, you do have a small Flybridge. I guess small is relative because some boats have much bigger ones than others, but it's a really good size actually. Up at the helm, you have another set of controls, and then the multifunction displays are actually in this panel. This will fold up, so all your glass screens are protected. There's a bimini top overhead, so you can fold this down, fully exposed in this area. Then you have some great seating on both sides of the helm. I also like that these areas are padded, so you can lean against it or lay on them, and you'll still be very comfortable. And then this is currently covered, but you have a large L-shaped seating area as well, with the little table here. And then the last thing on the Flybridge, you have, I think, a little ice maker. Let's see if there's a grill. Oh, yes, there is. You also have a sink and a grill up here. So even though the Flybridge isn't as big as maybe what you'd find on a Y series, like one of the boats over there, you still have a ton of good space up here. Just to quickly point out the difference, the yacht right here, I believe, is a V65. So this is a sport yacht that has no Flybridge at all, and I do have a tour of this yacht on the channel. Over here, that boat right there is a Y series, so it has a very large Flybridge. And then this is the hybrid of the two. You keep the sporty lines, but you still have a great space to enjoy up here. So I'd imagine you can get access to the engine room through this hatch, but we're not going to spend the energy doing that. We'll go through the crew area. So through this door is the area for the crew. I have to crouch down a little bit, but after I'm down here, I do have full standing height. And you have double bunks. There's a little fridge in here and some storage. There's also a little microwave. Let's confirm that this is a fridge. Yes, it is. And then I would assume this is the head. And if you're owner operating this yacht, this makes for a great little head right off the back of the swim platform. So you don't have to go dripping wet throughout the yacht if you want to use the restroom. And I'd imagine let's have some more storage in here. So this door will also lead us to the engine room. Extremely well lit. And like all the modern princesses of the day, this yacht comes with a pair of MAN V12 engines. They're 1900 horsepower each. I don't have the speed specs on me at the moment. I would imagine it's about around 30 knots, maybe a little bit faster, cruising in the mid-20s, and you probably have several hundred miles of range on this yacht. Of course, if you drop that speed down into displacement speeds, you'll get much closer to 1,000 or more nautical miles. So now this is sealed up. I think we've seen every area of this yacht. Let's escape the heat for a moment. And I think we'll do the outro right here in the main salon. So thank you to Princess Yachts America for setting up this tour. I'm going to include a link in the description so you can see this model in more detail or other Princess Yachts like it. Let me know what you thought of this one in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a future upload. Until next time.